Welcome to Backyard Oasis Inspo, your source for discovering beautiful and inspiring outdoor spaces. Today, we're diving into a design philosophy that celebrates simplicity, intention, and the profound beauty found in restraint. Minimalist Garden Design Ideas. This approach isn't just about having less. It's about making every element count, creating a space that feels calm, curated, and deeply connected to its surroundings. It's about finding serenity in clean lines and thoughtful composition. Before we explore this tranquil aesthetic, please take a moment to like this video if you appreciate clean and calming design. Subscribe to Backyard Oasis Inspo for more garden inspiration, and maybe let us know in the comments what minimalism means to you in an outdoor setting. Minimalist garden design finds its roots in the principle of less is more. It strips away the unnecessary, focusing instead on the essential components of form, space, texture, and light. This isn't about emptiness, but rather about creating breathing room, allowing each carefully chosen element to stand out and be appreciated. The philosophy behind it emphasizes clarity, order, and tranquility. In a world often filled with noise and clutter, a minimalist garden offers a refuge, a place to quiet the mind and reconnect with the essential beauty of nature, presented in a structured and deliberate way. It's about intentionality in every choice, from the paving stones underfoot to the single specimen tree that draws the eye. The aesthetic is characterized by clean lines, geometric shapes, and a distinct lack of ornamentation. Think crisp edges, smooth surfaces, and well-defined zones. Spaces are often open and uncluttered, where the ground plane itself, whether it's perfectly manicured lawn, smooth concrete, or raked gravel, becomes a significant design feature. Negative space, the areas left empty, is just as important as the areas filled, contributing to the overall sense of balance and calm. The feeling evoked is one of serenity, sophistication, and modern elegance. It's a style that feels controlled yet peaceful, offering a visual quietness that can be incredibly restorative. When considering the typical elements found in minimalist gardens, hardscaping often plays a starring role. Materials like poured concrete, large format stone pavers, sleek wooden decking, corten steel edging, and fine gravel or pebbles are frequently used to create strong lines and define different areas. These materials provide structure and a clean backdrop for the planting. Speaking of plants, the palette is usually limited and carefully curated. Rather than masses of colorful flowers, you'll often find plants chosen for their architectural form, texture, or year-round interest. Think sculptural grasses, clipped hedges, bamboos, specimen trees with interesting bark or shapes, and ground covers that create uniform texture. Repetition is key. Using the same plant species in groups or lines reinforces the sense of order. Water features in minimalist design tend to be simple and understated. Perhaps a still reflection pool, a simple cube fountain, or a smooth stone bowl with water gently bubbling over. The focus is on the calming presence of water, its reflective quality, or its gentle sound, rather than intricate designs. Furniture, likewise, follows the minimalist ethos. Pieces are typically sleek, functional, and made from materials that complement the hardscaping, like metal, teak, or molded resin. Designs are often linear or sculptural, chosen for their form as much as their comfort, and used sparingly to maintain the sense of openness. The color palette is generally restrained, relying heavily on neutrals, shades of gray, white, black, and beige, derived from the hardscaping materials. Greenery provides the primary color, often in varying shades and textures. If accent colors are used, they are typically bold but applied very selectively, perhaps in a single piece of furniture, a feature pot, or a small planting area, to create a focal point without overwhelming the space. Natural materials like would add warmth and texture, preventing the design from feeling too cold or clinical. The interplay of light and shadow across these simple forms and textures becomes a dynamic element in itself. We've touched upon the core aesthetics and elements. What aspect of minimalist design The clean lines, the limited plant palette, or the focus on space appeals most to your sense of calm. Share your thoughts below. And if you're finding inspiration here, please remember to like this video and subscribe to Backyard Oasis Inspo for more design explorations. One of the significant benefits of a well-executed minimalist garden is often perceived as lower maintenance. With fewer plants and more hardscaping, routine tasks like weeding and deadheading can be reduced. However, it's important to note that minimalism demands precision, keeping those clean lines crisp, surfaces clear, and plants perfectly shaped requires regular, careful upkeep. It's less about constant gardening labor and more about maintaining the integrity of the design. The primary benefit, though, is undoubtedly the creation of a profoundly calming and restorative atmosphere. It's a space designed for contemplation and relaxation, free from visual clutter. Minimalist gardens also excel at highlighting the architecture of the adjacent home or surrounding features. The simplicity of the garden doesn't compete for attention, but rather complements and enhances the built environment. From a sustainability perspective, minimalist design can be quite eco-friendly. By focusing on fewer, well-chosen plants, potentially reducing lawn areas, and utilizing durable, long-lasting materials, it can conserve resources like water and reduce the need for fertilizers and pesticides, especially if native or adapted plants suited to the local climate are chosen for their form. Its inherent simplicity also lends it a timeless appeal that transcends fleeting trends. However, there are considerations to keep in mind. Achieving a successful minimalist look requires meticulous planning and execution. Every element must be carefully considered and placed with intention. Poorly executed minimalism can easily feel stark, empty, or unfinished rather than serene. Balancing the hard lines and potentially cold materials with softer textures from plants or wood is crucial to creating an inviting space. The initial cost can sometimes be higher due to the emphasis on quality materials and precise installation for hardscaping elements. And, as mentioned, while potentially lower in some types of maintenance, it requires a commitment to neatness. Clutter quickly undermines the minimalist aesthetic. There are also subtle variations within the style. Some minimalist gardens draw heavily from Japanese Zen traditions, emphasizing raked gravel, carefully placed stones, and moss. Others might incorporate Scandinavian design principles, focusing on light wood tones, functional simplicity, and cozy textures. You might also see influences from modern industrial styles, utilizing more raw concrete and metal elements. The key is adapting the core principles of simplicity, intentionality, and restraint to your personal taste and environment. If you're thinking of incorporating minimalist elements, start small. Perhaps focus on decluttering one area, introducing a simple planter with a sculptural plant, or creating a clean edge along a pathway. Focus on quality materials, use repetition in planting or paving, and learn to appreciate the power of negative space. Choose plants primarily for their form, texture, and year-round structure. In essence, minimalist garden design is about creating a sanctuary through subtraction. It's about finding beauty in simplicity, order, and the careful balance of elements. It's a sophisticated approach that values space, light, and form, resulting in an outdoor area that feels both modern and deeply tranquil. It invites you to slow down, observe, and appreciate the curated natural beauty around you. Thank you for joining us on Backyard Oasis Inspo today as we explored the serene world of minimalist garden design ideas. We hope this has given you some inspiration for creating your own calm and curated outdoor space. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next dose of backyard inspiration. Until next time, happy designing!